the exact location. The box has what treasures wait. Even before you open it, the plastic wrap rips off and there's a hiss as the lid slides. Welcome to Suzeranet. The colorful you begin to suspect the instructions. You soon figure out the basic That's where each turn, as you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on it. The actual scoring system. The loot.
Holy sh! I'm not sure.
So he says. But his gaze lingers a moment longer on the rulebook than is strictly necessary. He could make you open up a number. In addition, from the end.
Oh, those are.
You hold the open game box before you. What? Does the lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate. What is detective work? See?
All right, you've convinced me.
You explain in the apricot. There's also the lieutenant.
All right.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away? Or you place all your work.
Not bad.
But not as he can.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points. Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You learn some points.
The loot, come on, glancing, though you could well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective. Who cares? After several, you place a cylinder. This is
well played, detective.
Now it's the loot. How can for several turns you draw a. Oh yeah, you know, this isn't unlike. Well, by introducing cocaine, if you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make. Yes, you can. It's right. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression? With each, as a matter of historical fact, this is almost exactly what happened in Safre. To this day, fully half of the form,
more or less,
realizing the end game or the alternative. The choice is yours. Building the ultimate structure rather than
a risky gambit, detective. Sorry it didn't pay off. That might now
computing the after dub 15.
I've got done big now.
You hold the open large letters on the front. You pry open a reprint. It doesn't seem to correct a colorful large text. None of that. Yes, a blur. Succumb to a world of high exact in no time. Don't forget, and most important, you pry open. The options are in the well can come. A grand, the toy, a very the least popular of the we're out. It's made. You don't know much. You place you see him.
A communal. The figurine is not a. I have a feeling the figurines are more there to set the scene.
You pick the figurine up by a colorful box with the type. The cover behind him, these images, the back below, a brazen attempt to build their main concern. The story by nightfall, 9 to rip the right. It is, and with deadly finesse, his twin. A few this book make the Northmen find the man from Hyundai extracts a high. You skip in as this swiftly. In an instant. Oh, for fuck's sake! When the din of battle settles, what in the first scene? An excellent the man from here. The edges of the jacket he is ambushed. You open his good. You flip to the copyright page. This book was Berserker Rage. Man from here. The steel muscles. A passage. Thine spells. I have grand plan. This is in the final page to find out. In your hand, the cover, the tag.
Are you really reading? Good luck,
The point, the story, Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesp. 2 days, desperate to clear his name.
What's the matter?
The lieutenant, of course, Mullen didn't, and not just secret. Your secrets are unknown. Deneuve, not only is the local, outwardly, he would certainly have a typical, the kid doesn't exist. Torvald, that said, one evening, yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. As I love you. The name, always, whatever it is, Mullen never hears. Who can you trust in this wicked? The lieutenant, when Mullen, they, can you? So, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Smith? Could be. You begin, dozens of pages scatter across.
Too bad. And
Last year, in your hand, Stop. Now, yes, be prepared. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol.
then you'd bet.
I'm all up. Would you shut up?
This is the mercenary.
This is a...
Shh.
The Kipt is murdered.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse.
Fuck. There's a third.
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life.
If this turns into...
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
Get lost.
I think he's calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire. You can't think that.
Big fuck.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this.
No one is going to kill anyone.
With a wordless gurgle, the leader gives a small nod. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea. I don't know about this getting under his skin. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Rude. Rude is the killer.
All of you cunts inside out.
Perhaps it's for the best. Him not talking too much.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he'd...
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Smart, Lon.
Easy. Easy now.
You think I care what that...
He isn't just boasting. He really doesn't care. Back out of this now, or it'll get bad.
She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago.
As you look to the...
Stay cool! The company bitch is gone, Lately.
Guys, I just get in the way.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself.
They're afraid. Or no, the rest will stay. They will...
Who the fuck is that?
Glacier, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left.
Unarmed, hunched, but
What am I doing? She left.
We should have.
you can feel
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt!
she's gone. Forget about it. For God's sake, tell them the Hardys didn't do it. Present a case.
Yes. So what? Nah.
Enough already! What is this?
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal. Yeah? Who did then? How fucking...
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex.
You think I'm... How about the kid? Tell me.
Listen.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her. The Hardy boys confessed to hanging him. All together.
Your lie.
A Kiel Model 40...
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears. Alone, the young woman stands and looks.
I missed.
Not true. He purposefully over-aimed and shot the window. You...
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said...
That doesn't sound... What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call. All right, here we go. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
What always happens when you get good at your job? That named Midnight Raids. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Not after this shit.
Okay, it's not much. But now fire. Fuck them up. Do it. The muscles on your back. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner.
As he moves, the interlock Cortiner.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. You're all sentenced to death by lead. Baby blue, yeah. It was creepy. Fuck do you mean?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic. Nice.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show.
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
Our colonel did what he had to do.
And your ship pipe's right in the
He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates.
He was a good commander. I can...
Oh yeah, he would have commanded this fuckhell way better than I did. But that didn't happen, because Hayseed Bill fucking murdered him.
Listen, man.
Told us what? Find his killer. Cop. His... I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them.
Big talk, but you got him to admit he's a bad leader. It's a small thing, but it got him off center. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. The smoke drifts west with the wind. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. You leap left. A small angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. The man tilts his head. Watch out! To your left.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in him. He has two. The rifle, 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant. Blood gushes from the help. An unbelievable Glenn dying in a puddle of blood behind you.
Oh God, what?
You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic, with blood gushing from it. The look of, here it comes, death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lung, feels slick and warm with blood. Most of what's down there, it's all gone. Open your eyes. No. It's nothing. A persisting darkness.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. You hear me?
But you can't. It's a slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not scream immediately. He's gonna die. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand, that's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed.
This is death. One more door, baby.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not just and rotting and being.
He can't go. There is a radio in the distance. A radio.
Hours turn to days.
The engine of a Caprice Canadian.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple. From the... It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Sunrise, Arabellon. It's not up.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad.
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. We will see. Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. No. I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. Sorry.
I did. No need. Easy now.
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
How are you?
The lieutenant looks at you, teetering on your feet.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Sunrise Parabellum.
Isn't that written?
It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt. I think we may have held it off, for now. Yes, we have also... What happened? You shot the Major in the face. Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting him. Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
This is not the first person to die.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out. You said something. I killed her. And that's what happened. The Pole was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate. Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. 3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. All. Let's face it, but what's done is done. The violence, and we are still alive.
He did not pick his smoking.
I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everhart. The harbor is in lockdown. Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pine. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects. Well, honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else? I don't know. That's been there for years. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revacholi.
But they seemed so mysterious. There's a little pause.
Yes. God. What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to.
He's wrong.
Okay. What is? Something. I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism.
A nod. He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
It can feel that way sometimes, yes.
He sounds... That concussion must be making him dizzy.
I don't think so. Good.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay.
Why not? Another look at the window?
These papers.
I had Gart open the door to your room. It would have been easy. I am sure.
Next, I'm sorry. I fucked everyone over. P.S. I did.
A gift. I am not drawing my gun.
He says he's not, but his hand... Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay? Relax. Not everyone...
It's hardly surprising.
see the same tune.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
A ray of backward motion. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, the island in the bay.
She was there that night. She would have...
She had a...
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I don't know.
What difference does it make?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. I remember. So it is.
For a second he seems tired. The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around there, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
Could be the making.
Why not?
Not a lot, no. Of course. I mean, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course.
I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit. I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt... Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. I don't remember everyone who comes. Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass. Yeah, I don't know.
He means it.
No problem.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raised...
Great. That was one hell of a shot. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you. Well, cheers anyway. Copper, Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. But Angus...
Here it comes. The last one is the...
And Glenn. Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I love that. Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
Absolutely.
Or you might die of a heart failure.
Hey. Fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
I guess might even ask.
He's right. The number...
Don't know. Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again. Nope.
He did. He nods and takes another sip of...
Judging by the...
Yeah, but pay more.
Hell, you both...
It's in...
You're welcome, Bina. Take care, cop.
Capo loco.
Thanks for getting...
And if you ever...
The graffiti. This was Cindy the Scar. The lieutenant crouches.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here. And blood. Some...
Heavy fuel oil. You could, but... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Something is wrong. Oh, no reply.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope. I don't like it either, but that you can try calling again. Just don't...
They're shutting you up. Everything sounds okay. No drum in the cabin. You see...
Actually, the prick is gone.
He is trying to retain it.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent. Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. His hungry little heart finally gave out.
Wait, Did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight?
Yes, he was about to have. Sometimes I thought he was. No, René was the.
He has doubts, but right now he just wants to.
Yes.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something. René wasn't really what you'd call a... That's their old name. There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communards. They called, I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece.
My man, you're alive. Man, what a... So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show. Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you. Fuck it. I'm a bad guy now. There's things more important than we are what we are. Shoot. Okay.
Is it what? The lieutenant throws you a quick glance.
Woof. Merciful.
He's
all right.
The Boyadero stares.
There are types of danger. It calls back to an old hiding, gathering themselves. No, man.
He says it matter of fact.
Time will tell. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. You know it, friend.
Cool. People, they say you got. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual.
Feels good for some reason.
Watch out, pig. Who knows?
I'll die before I...
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Behind the hatch sits a cube light. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Nothing, something's... Like a smooth drawer, behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fire. The speaker.
Good. Please repeat. Is this EA?
She repeats passwords, programming people up.
There, I work at
On an eye, doesn't it get lonely?
loan.
That's what.
Now, please tell me if there's a thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still small. The filament slides out of its glowing. Two cables are
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Is this from the shooting?
You didn't only get shot.
Well, good for you. So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Hi. Of course. Can I help you with something?
Get the drink on.
Funny.
Great. It's okay.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. I'm sat here.
That's cool.
If you promise to bring it back.
Of course, ma'am.
Hi. See, that makes me not want to lend you my... Used to be some kind...
Hasn't been there herself.
My husband used to drink there. The kids...
This...
The twins. God forbid they bring...
Can we...
Be my guest. They wish... Well...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please be concerned.
Our can though I suppose you took the worst of it. What do you expect?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other
And that iron, that's, nothing. It's just a sieve and we make a fire. We, gather the sticks for the fire.
Bullet shells.
I don't know what those are. They're lights.
Your nerve endings sting. They must mean a human being.
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
I don't know.
Did you mean they are electrical?
Yes. Because he asks to put the fire. I don't know. He doesn't like it. Yes. No, he doesn't live. No, he lives there. Been there twice. He doesn't live there.
Anything else? What does this guy...
I don't know. We ran. He just, our father. Don't say that. He didn't. I'm sorry. There's
Lights. Fire guy.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is silence.
It's a paw! It's a paw! Yeah! Harder!
Here's an idea. Say...
Oscillator matrix? Where is that?
As you fit...
Copman can ride the knobs!
Whatever it is you did, it seems to have helped slightly. Maybe now you'll be able to make... Here's an idea. Say what you said before.
The Fluxifier? Where it top secret cop you gotta bring a...
Don't listen to him. He's making shit up. There's no top...
It's a paw! Yeah!
Here's an idea. Say what you said before.
Yeah!
It's hard to say for sure, but the...
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? What about it?
Oh, string.
There's this... Maybe. I know. No.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning.
Exactly. What do you...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Exactly. But honestly, It's not. Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect. Great. Thanks.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is calling. Still someone.
Hello?
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
No.
Phone disconnect. Calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. My dad.
Disconnect tone. Calling. Sounds like he hasn't talked to
Right.
the man. You do not seem lucky you. The call went too fast for the paper. You close your eyes. Strange. This is not how you started before. 414411. Yes. 451. An ultra long distance calling. The saddest sound. Calling still ringing by the bedside of it. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. You just did. The lieutenant is calling. Then the ocean broke.
Hello? Who is this? Dora. Who is
Dora. The name feels like a gift. And fight in the distorted distance. Don't react. Whatever you... No answer.
You're not a high net worth individual.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling. Oh, God. Do you know what time? It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. What do you want to talk about?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
I'm in Morova, sleeping. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response. What are you doing to yourself right now? You need to stop. Harry, you're killing yourself. She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. You dial the in. Calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick. Come on, you know why. Calling.
Please. I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone had disconnect. boat's once you get in, that's it. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What? Fine, why not?
Very cool. SAD FM is a radio station.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last
The boat come in the there. The chain trails.
Ah, yes, so it seems. Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing
as a defensive.
It's cold now. But downstairs, somewhere, liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes the kind that's favored by Vic.
If anyone stayed a hollow ring,
I don't know.
That is his idea of a joke. A small agony. He nods approvingly. He even smiles. The wind outside. There's a grease.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh.
You force the rest of the sentence out through.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead. Yes, any.
You don't. The greasy.
The first.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there. In the blanket feels cold. You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Dolores Day, the innocents, off to advise the Queen of Shest most. I don't know.
Hey. I mean, hey to you too. I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. Don't say that. I know this
This is everything I always warned you about.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try it now. With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid, she is not kissing you back. Her chest hidden. This was not about failure or success. It feels like the world's most precious material, the delicate wreath on her forehead. Her hand does not return the grip. Her body, distrust, nothing, just pillows against you. Apricot scented. The moment is ending. She trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I...
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed. She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind.
No, Harry. Not yet. I'm pregnant. Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty. Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions.
No. This more questions. Ask more.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it. That's not what figurines...
She looks at the headless found rider between your fingers. The figurines don't do. Yes, I thought it would be good.
No, please. Please don't give me anything. Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the... I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have... But now, only boring hell remains. We both said a lot of things.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender, long fingers, in her wrists.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
You need to recite it to her. Yeah. Put a stake. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
Okay, Harry. Okay. It was morning and you slept. The room smelled of cigarettes and Rowans. It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you. Hanging...
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs.
It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent and my crown of immortality. No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, your... Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again.
It wouldn't be a cheap rental this time.
No, it's too late. I found someone for whom I feel...
Your heart burns. Through the blackness you feel the treacle of blood on the mattress below you.
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny? You know what I meant. We're talking about it again. It came up again. This conversation is about that. Like the coolest. With your leather jacket. The first and worst time I fell in. Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. It was just a day then, but to think...
That's sharp and precise.
No, it's all you. I always loved you for it, but it couldn't... 42. That is the light rail that took me to Quran. Just no human being should still remember the position of... Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again.
Don't let her. Don't let her go there. You should read...
It's not. But... I don't know why I said, that's it, yes. We've talked about it 1,000,000 times.
Where it stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything. Oh yes, she'll argue. She's about to say her innocence, Dolores. See? I don't understand.
We were bad for each other, okay? I was bad for you. Can you not see? It just takes some time. For you, but...
She keeps her shoulders squared and her back straight. But it's clear you're still making her sad.
Yes. It only took me 1 year. Yes. But that time is gone now. It's okay. No, Harry. We already tried again.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good not you two.
I don't know. Please. Harry, we can't be together because...
She avoids turning... They're turning moist now.
You know what I mean. A cop. You've worked there for so long you can't even talk like a normal person anymore.
Questions? Did someone say questions?
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now. It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for too long. In conclusion, you're ill. I don't know what you mean. Dolores, wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? No, I haven't even bought the tickets yet. Great. It's the abyss of the void. Soon it will be the gloaming, then it will be the world ending. My friends are waiting for me on the platform, Harry. It's impolite. I will. Oh, Harry, you shouldn't have done that. Call me like that. There is nothing else. Yes, Harry, I am. Things have gotten much...
A tiny golden watch with red straps.
That is very contested by modern historians. You're only saying this because things didn't work out between us. I have to go to the aerodrome now. I don't have time to... You were very bad to me too. We've talked about it like 7 million times. I am actually very ordinary, Harry. This thing you've made me into. I'm sorry my lungs do not glow, Harry. I am just like all the others. None of us have glowing lungs. Stop making me into... Oh, Harry. I don't need you to forgive. It's a...
An apricot-scented ghost wafts all the roads. A completely different world.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the...
Lies, sire. She cannot but love you. She has said so.
No. That would... Light, life, culture. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and am... Yes. I won't see you, but you will see me. Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Right here, tomorrow night. Once this... I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of... Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war. See you tomorrow.
You're up quick. How was your sleep? I did not want to wake you.
The lieutenant nods, sullen.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, Of course. I was just thinking maybe you've torn your stitches. Okay.
He's still... Books and most popular depictions of man versus nature by among what is most...
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. Maybe it's... Green paint flicks off, the keys rattle.
The console of an antique computation. Urgence.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room.
We need to restore power. We should look around outside.
The boat engine.
But officer...
The console stands by. Nothing happened. The dial.
Insular.
A strange feeling. Yes. Oh fuck. No. We're not in the still mirror of the bay. You see Martin. Islets and posts. There's a rain-soaked mattress on
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
a single and an empty can of beer. The silhouette contemporary Rivisholians prefer Druid.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. I didn't see any signs.
There's a firing slit, quite old and grimy, from years without. The springs squeak trepidation. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by the red chimney and collapsed back of the box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags.
What? Do you have a line of...
What are you talking about? Can't be certain. It's certain.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a...
Cheek against a cheek rest. Hand on the hair trigger. On a...
Good. I think we have it, detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper.
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere. Don't beat yourself.
The lieutenant pauses.
We will make... Where? I have always assumed we should move now.
The console is powered off and covered in dust.
Electrical devices.
This old, the lieutenant assists you. There's a red, the recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
A dim golden...
It's on. Turn it...
Automatic boot.
I think, yes.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
After you. I don't know.
A thin wisp of...
Don't worry. I have a gun. I know. It was not...
Then spits. He's practically tearing up from...
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. Also...
The position.
Fire guy. My eyesight? I did. I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? The fascists were right about rock. It's not nice. It's a three-angle...
Southeast Samaran made.
A Samaran rifle. How did you...
It was sent to us by our brothers in...
It has stayed true to him.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk. Yes. I bet you've killed a lot of people. Have you come to make me one of...
His left eye twitches. With what?
We have come to ask you questions. If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
Another spitball lands in the ashes. That's all the answer he gives. The lieutenant pulls his pistol.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is...
His elbows rest on the frame stock, calmly for now. But he may still get it in his hands.
No. Put it down now.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputee, he stares on. His wrinkled map.
The future.
The present.
The present. To be afraid. Cold. Real music. Real Proletkult. The job of a shitlicker. It is the anthem of the world revolution. In Grad, they sang brave.
His gaze still warm from the rifles in a shabby state. Like on the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Jacketed, military...
As he speaks, he stresses...
I wonder how...
The old man. Some kind of... This looked very...
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a...
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean DYSCM? You're
From the insular Indian cities, I left my unit on the eve of the land.
51 minus 8 equals...
No. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spy. 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Gislet.
Always for her.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. I am not a fool. I know the historic opportunity for a revolution. I was just 16 years old. Well done. It's not an island. Mm-hmm. How does anyone...
Now hold on there.
You're insane and grotesque. Everyone's stealing.
How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like...
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. There's nothing to look...
He looks at you, his face parched from the sun.
You're with the RCM. You're the RCM. You represent them. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been...
Is that part of why you've been...
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. It was hard.
There were posters.
We communards, and others too. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one. I don't want to.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker.
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment too. Made broadcasts, I think. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winter... I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that.
The old man looks across the water.
There's nothing serious in this world.
For a he's prone to erratic hand.
I've used it for
killing people.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. I've used it.
Interesting.
There is no after the war.
So he's continued killing after. This is it. You can feel it. Like battery acid. Of course, you're on for the kill. Go in straight. No. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again.
Oh, yes. That one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Rev.
A drop of blood exhaust him with proof. The gun. The scent of blood in the air. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else for...
Not a lot of guns around that use military...
It's a real gun. You look like imbeciles.
Damn. He would have a good view of the tribune. So he saw you. Okay. So what?
You didn't. None of those people mean...
You're getting diverted.
So you watched the fight?
You don't know anything.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? 4.46 jacketed ammunition. Good. This feels good, doesn't it?
Murder. I saw you poking around.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the... You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad. Stupid.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry in his eyes.
Nature does not. Your brain is...
He does not, but still,
standing there, slack-jawed.
Wait, here it comes. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. Nowhere else. Nowhere in all. Wait, don't forget the. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is
He seems tender.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No. Cloud.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the.
My ears don't reach with the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on
everything is...
Show me the souls, please, Mr.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is censored. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something?
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from... The old man stares at...
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. Got your attention. Now you stop beating.
This is it. Shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary
The lieutenant raises his right, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death. And nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning, and so...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them? The victim and a young woman having sex? Through the scope of your rifle?
The old man.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where...
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of
a rifle scope?
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Yes.
Think he will not stop now. These dialectical material, you got him going. Connect every little piece now.
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't, and I wanted to see his head. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head.
This man has seen past the caliber of bullet he used.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her
past the fell building on the coast. What was she doing there?
Hiding something. Her passport.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at...
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it?
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers.
This implies also a little inconsistency here.
Why would I need that trash?
A strange confusion comes over him.
You didn't say Klasia in there. It was something. I don't... I did. I could see who she was, too.
You could...
She had different color.
He's setting it up. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip-point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Like that, too. Yes. bending like a bow against the glass. I've been through all of Martinet. Yes, that too. The things they did. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in.
Those two took... You hear the familiar script.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I...
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen.
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant.
Andy found use for it.
There's
the coals of his eyes.
Man needs to feel something else. And this... No, I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child. In the day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why.
Neither. In the silence, the lieutenant...
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you.
Where is she? That Clasier. I haven't seen her there for days. Gone. She'd look. At night.
Midtown, across the bay, on the smaller. Distant. He knew she knew.
We could get...
Who know? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic. The wind picks up.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you. But do you?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to...
He's sweating. Beats are full.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since something completely different.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about?
Your skin crawls. A delicate tank.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you. You feel your legs shaking under you. And
tell me what you see.
I can see it.
4 simple words. Thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly.
Be very, very careful.
Creatures stand, reed-like tufts. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else, in a lower pitch. Slowly, with your breath held, like laughter. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now. No reply. A total ancient. You were right. The faintest smell, like you.
Careful.
The foam slowly turns a dark, letting out that same smell, like summer burning. Nothing. Its simple eyes give off no flicker of light. It's spread too thin among its limbs.
Okay.
There is no change in the...
In 3. If it moves.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice.
I got it.
The antennae, it is surprisingly delicate.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. As you, the arthropod follows. Something is very... Nothing. There is nothing. Hissing and clicking, the insect. Suddenly, there is some... As you do, the invertebrate praying to you. Unwittingly, the insect continues its street. Perhaps it is preparing to eat.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Yes, holy is the Lord of hope. Now, I will tell you what it's like for... So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards. He's in a bad state. He tears very slowly, and only because he won't go away. No, you are awake. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulandia Isula. For the last 300... No one believed they exist. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions. Shapes of plants. I am at the end of an era. Are you sure? Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time No. The leg tried to move around independent. Yes. Thankfully someone ate it. Not even the birds know that. Not even a water lily. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, we can put it in...
Wait, so...
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. No, you are. The moral of our the pale too. It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you. You are violent and we suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day? Or just forget? Simian Butcher. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that. No.
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
No. There is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman turned from the ruin. You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, and something
It's gone. Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only...
What?
In some kind of strain.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him. It looks like the insect had some kind of...
In the reeds, where the... This part,
Classius,
it's Clausia, with an old photo.
maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classius, or whatever her name was, hiding place, or perhaps. But that still doesn't like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected. I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost.
Would it? Maybe it was.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name. I told you she kept lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now, in another city.
No, she lied to us. Her so-called real name was not her real name. Somehow she's managed to lie to us about that too. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alazia. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows?
The winds are silent.
What is it? See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not with fear and love. The plastic cape.
He's going between this and the broken tire, his old age and shock. Yes, the arrest.
There's much more. Remember,
that could be part of the shock.
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean whatever does this does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief and hence not credible. But, Mr. Dross, the doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arrest. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this.
No one would believe you without it. He stares into the nothing.
If Kuno kicked it,
no reaction. This is.
Did you take it? There. He hears us.
No reply.
Try something else?
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the.
He lost the scope. Then this site is a T9, Mr. Dross.
Silence. You've gotten all. The plastic cape flaps around. The blacks of his eyes are.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Insulindian citizen.
Sounds and...
It does. The RCM may descend from... It's impossible to say.
Nice. It's going to be hard to say.
This is better preserved than the other.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently, but for the sound of conversation on the water. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the... Harry, you're bleeding all over...
Whatever this is, this is the man with sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstam.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar. And this is your special consultant, Trent Heidelstam. Petrov.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57.
The scene is making
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a deck.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among you.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shit.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Bothered by it? Harry, fuck it.
Harry, we want to help you. Trent, I believe...
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate. My background is in something else entirely.
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now.
Shit, kid. What?
You. Shit.
Despite all that you've done, the deserter, the phasmid.
No, because of all that you've done. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Shit, kid. He didn't betray you. He just told us the direction you went in. Who's Sylvie? It better not be. Guilty as charged, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now.
He was too sarcastic for you to...
Did you? Or did you think I was a goddamn firefighter? We've been part...
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force.
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I... You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. Almost pain. Yeah. Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois. Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking...
technically...
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst.
The 41st isn't...
The bells aren't ringing because you have...
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks with...
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of them.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a...
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not...
Corresponding to the 20-centimeter hole in your brain? Sure. This...
Precisely, Satellite Officer Vicmere. It's Martinez.
Crabman is an unfortunate... Either way, I have put this into my report. You should read it. I do not, however...
Thank you, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Just to clarify, I do not think is what has not been proven is...
But Detective Vicmere, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other...
So you don't remember the two cases? Those cases were...
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have...
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the hardwired to the free market.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolute...
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? I do. You drove it into... Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of... It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic and the back. Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and what is it with all these material objects?
Phew, he has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. We're not talking about...
This is so unfair. He knows you have the gun, and still he's punishing you.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let the suspect escape. A certain class here.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Ah, well. If you let her go, I'm not even gonna get all the fact that you're Evrard Claire's little peony now, compared to the 6th.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company, he did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, detective, it's better if I...
It's so much better if he does this. A million.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle this. You spent the week with him on this case. What is... On Lieutenant Yofretor?
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although...
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Amphetamine, mostly. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not one... Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke. Which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar. Was a...
Okay, he did...
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession. A murder... He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders of...
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded...
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to... You hear gasps beneath the howling.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the
Fucking hell is that?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it...
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the...
This is a very, very sad... Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Lilianovich, a revolutionary matronym. The customs, this man's mother.
So,
thank you.
Of course.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilian...
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending... Also, we have snipers.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work in bouts.
God damn it. It will pass. In time.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Four kids were living in a tent.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Yes. Fallen through a gap.
The body was transported...
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, Good work with the missing person, Detective.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why?
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness.
Of course. Call it...
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you would...
Who's Kuno?
You don't want...
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs. I know you did. It's all right. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink. I don't want to, but you discovered a new species, so I have to.
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into...
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Well, first I will go back to my detective. We just stopped a small-scale war. I don't know what yet, but it's going to...
Distant traffic. It says...
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather work with Price? I'm flattered, but...
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad...
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But... I mean, whatever is coming...
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Who is it?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live.
Fine. If we're gonna drop...
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmi. They should know as soon as possible.
Good.
Fuck it. Let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a
Under the noonday sky, the great you close your eyes. And Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidels? Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a...
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock?